very nice. This is Jason Anapoyan. Glad you can join us tonight on KWRM 1370. Here's the starting lineup for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, as announced by manager Bobby Meacham. Reggie Willits leads it off. He'll be in center field. Rancel Melgarejo is the right fielder, hitting second. Erick Aybar is the shortstop, hitting third. Michael Napoli is the designated hitter, and he'll hit cleanup. Greg Porter, the third baseman, hitting fifth. Ryan Buddy will do the catching, hitting sixth. David Gates in left field, hitting seventh. Zach Cates, the first baseman, hitting eighth. And Adam Paskovich, batting ninth at second base. Bull Hall's ready to go, and the first pitch from the right-hander is a fired-in strike, and it is 0-1 on a very clear evening. The clearest night that we have had so far here in this series as we are playing in the twilight. The 0-1 pitch, and Willits, the left-handed hitter, fouls it off to the left, and the count is 0-2 to Reggie Willits. The last couple of games, Reggie Willits has worked himself aboard by way of the walk. Willits with 6 walks in this series, and he had some more last night. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch to the plate, and he pulls that one right field. Candelaria going over with a dive, and he makes the diving catch. Had to wait for a moment for the base umpire to make the call, and Candelaria moving over into the shadows in right field, and he sprawled out to his left to make a diving catch and rob Willits of a leadoff single. So 1 away, and Rancel Melgarejo will be the hitter. Willits, Melgarejo, Aybar, Napoli, Porter, Buddy, Gates, Cates, and Paskovich. Here's the first pitch to Melgarejo, and he chops that one base hit left field. That one's taken off. It's going all the way to the wall on a couple of bounces, and Melgarejo is around first, and he'll pull into second with a one-out double. So with Napoli on deck, Aybar is the hitter. Last night, his home run. Napoli's home run proved to be the game winner. Here's Erick Aybar. Away from second base is Melgarejo. Willits is made out in the inning. 1 man out. Bull Hall from the stretch delivers, and the first pitch is a strike to Erick Aybar, and the count is 0-1. This is the start of the high desert rotation tonight. They've been on a system where they've been rotating a lot of guys and pitching guys on different nights and haven't had their true set 5-man rotation. Well, with Bull Hall going tonight, that is the case. Here's the next pitch, and Aybar drives that one right center field. Big giving chase, still giving chase, can't get it. It's rolling to the wall into the sunshine. Being waved around third is Melgarejo. He'll come in to score. Aybar's around second, and in the third with a slide, and he has done it again. Erick Aybar, another triple, and the Quakes in front, 1-0. Now the Quakes in this series have done their job to get on the board early in this ballgame. And here's Napoli. So Napoli with a very good series. He had a 3-run home run last night that he inside out and took it the opposite field. It just crept out over the wall. That capped off a big inning for the Quakes and lengthened their lead to 10-3. Here's the pitch to Napoli, and he takes a strike, and the count is 0-1. So Napoli with 2 home runs, 7 RBIs on the year, currently batting .429, stands from the right side of the plate. He is the designated hitter tonight. He caught last night's game, and he fouls the next pitch back on top of the roof of the ballpark. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Napoli. Quakes 1, High Desert nothing, top half of the first. Aybar at third, he tripled in Melgarejo from second base. Here's the next pitch, and Napoli skies the 0-2 to right field. This one's deep enough to tag. Candelaria makes the catch. Tagging at third is Aybar, and he will come in to score as the throw comes through to the plate, and the Quakes are on the board again, and they lead it 2-0. A sacrifice fly and an RBI for Napoli. Quakes making the most of their opportunities here in this first inning. And again, they give their pitching staff an opportunity to go to the mound with a lead. And that has been so key for the starting pitching in this series. 2 outs, the base is empty, and Greg Porter is the batter. He smashes one up the middle, base hit center field. Porter almost took off Bo Hall's head on that one, and that one is through into center. The last outing for Bo Hall was on Easter Sunday. He pitched 4 innings, did not receive a decision in the ballgame against Lancaster, gave up 5 hits in 4 innings, an earned run, walked 3, struck out 4. He did allow a home run. Here's Ryan Buddy, the catcher tonight, and he takes inside to the point where it grazes him, and it hits him on the back right thigh. So after Porter singles, he moves to second on the hit batsman, and the Quakes now with runners at first and second. Whether it be by way of a hit batsman or a walk or even base hits, after the Quakes have cleared the bases in an inning, which maybe there are 2 outs and the bases are empty, and they've been able to score a couple of runs and get the guys in who are on base home, the Quakes have also shown that offensively they can go back and start another rally again or another scoring threat. Here's David Gates. First pitch to Gates, and that's a breaking ball from Hall on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. David Gates last night with 2 home runs, a 2-run shot in the second and a 3-run shot in the third. He had 5 RBIs on the night. Gates currently hitting .333, 1 strike to count, and a big swing and a miss. Snap throw down to first, and back with a slide is Ryan Buddy. The first baseman, Travis Hinton, was playing back of the bag at first, and he kind of had to short hop that one. And just keep that one from going down the right field line. The field completely in the shadows, the tops of the outfield wall in the sunshine in right field. 0-2 the count. They're setting up away, and the pitch to Gates is a big chopper. Back of the bag at third. Up with it is Gier. He throws to first. Not in time. Snap throw down to third, and Porter is just back. Porter wandered off the bag at third, and Travis Hinton, after they were unable to get David Gates on the infield single, threw right back to Jeff Gier, and Porter had to do a little tap dance to get back to third and avoid the tag. The return throw from Hinton to the third baseman, Jeff Gier, was in time and in the area to get Porter, and he kind of stepped around the bag. So the bases are loaded after the infield single for Zach Cates, and the first pitch is outside, 1-0. Another first inning for the Quakes, in which here they are now sending their 8th man to the plate. And at this point, if High Desert gets out of the inning, only trailing by a couple of runs, they'll take it. Next pitch to Cates on the 1-0 is down low, 2 balls, no strikes. A clear evening with the lights on, still playing under blue skies. The field completely in the shadows, though. 2 balls, no strikes to count. And the pitch, and that one's a fastball hitting the inside corner, 2-1. The mountains off to the distance, you can see them through some power lines beyond Highway 395, where this ballpark is located off of, in Adelanto. 2 balls and a strike to count. The bases are loaded to Zach Cates. The Quakes already with 2 runs in the inning, and the breeze blowing out to the opposite field for Cates. 2-1. Hall comes home in the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. He rode that one up in the zone, and Cates swung through it. Cates looking for his first RBI of the season. Currently batting .273. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Hall goes to the glove. Now he throws, and the 2-2 pitch, and Cates bounces that one to the right side. Bilgan is hitting it first. He will flip over to the pitcher covering the bag. The ball is dropped. 1 run scores. Here comes the second run to the plate. Buddy is going to be thrown out by the pitcher to the catcher covering home plate, and the inning is over. Buddy, the runner on second base, trying to follow Porter, and Porter scored to make it a 3-0 game, but Buddy trying to take advantage of the bobble after what has been ruled an error by the first baseman. And Buddy was thrown out at the plate by the pitcher from the first base bag, 1-2, side retired. 3 runs, 4 hits, an error, and the bases, or 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom half of the first, Quakes 3, and the Mavericks coming to bat.
You have choices when it comes to buying auto parts. Before you spend a fortune at a major chain store, visit West Coast Auto Records. We're a proud American company featuring American-made auto and truck parts at great prices. We pay top dollar for junk cars, late model wrecks, and abandoned and illegally parked vehicles are removed for free. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Stop by West Coast Auto Records at 4007 State Street in Montclair. Log on to westcoastautoparts.com.
Galliano Winery, located at 4231 Wineville Road in Mira Loma. In business since 1927, the Galliano family's roots run deep in Cucamonga Valley's winemaking history, offering a unique array of 25 varieties, including award-winning wines, as well as custom labels. The Galliano tradition continues to grow in the Inland Empire. Try the latest award-winning wines in a relaxed country atmosphere of the tasting room. Enjoy a tour of our landmark complex or relax in the beautiful picnic grounds. To reach Galliano Winery, call 909-685-5376 or stop by Monday through Saturday 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Once again, call 909-685-5376.
We move along to the bottom of the first inning, and Joe Saunders, who pitched extremely well on Saturday night in Bakersfield, had his changeup working, and the left-hander deals outside to Chris Morris, and the count is 1-0. The High Desert Mavericks lineup tonight goes like this. Chris Morris leading off. He is the designated hitter. Calix Crabb, the second baseman, hitting second. Jeff Ure, the third baseman, hitting third. After Morris shows bunt, pulls back, he takes a strike, and the count is even 1-1. Crabb is hitting as the first baseman, hitting cleanup. Dan Boyd, the left fielder, hitting fifth. Scott Candelaria in right field, hitting sixth. Kennard Bibbs, the center fielder, hitting seventh. The 1-1 pitch skips low in the dirt and back to the screen, and the count is 2-1. Forlon Villanueva is the catcher, hitting eighth, and Ozzie Chavez, the shortstop, hitting ninth. Morris, Crabb, Ure, Hinton, Boyd, Candelaria, Bibbs, Villanueva, and Chavez. 2 balls and a strike, and the breeze really blowing out to left field here. And the pitch sails up and away, 3-1. Joe Saunders on Saturday night in Bakersfield pitched 5 shutout innings, allowing 2 hits, did not walk a batter, and struck out 7 Bakersfield Blaze. The 3-1 pitch is up and away, ball 4, and that's his first walk of the game and the season. On that night in Bakersfield, Saunders, he struck out 7. The Quakes pitching staff combined had 12 strikeouts that night. Here's Calix Crabb. 3-0 Quakes. Bottom half of the first inning, and the Quakes scoring 3 times in the top of the inning to give Saunders something to work with. And the pitch to Crabb is a bouncer to second. Patkovich waits back, goes to Aybar short for 1, back to first. 2, a double play. 4-6-3. Patkovich goes to Aybar, and when Aybar released the ball with Morris bearing down on him at second base, he had to leave his feet and release that ball from the air. So 2 men out and the base is empty for Jeff Ure. And the pitch to Ure is down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Ure hitting .259 on the season, no home runs, and 4 runs batted in. 3-0 Quakes. 1-0 the count to Ure. Saunders to the plate, and the next pitch is down low. 2 balls, no strikes. Keith Comstock said after the ball game on Saturday that he was real happy with Saunders' pitching performance from that night. 2-0 pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, 2-1. Saunders was throwing in the low 90s that night. During spring training this year, Saunders only clocked as high as 84, but he was clocking as high as 91 on Saturday in Bakersfield. 2-1 pitch is a breaking ball inside, 3 balls and a strike. We saw Saunders work out of the stretch here in the bottom of the first inning, and that is, I think that's a little bit different than what we're used to seeing of Saunders, at least so far. Next pitch, a changeup on the outside, and it's 3-2. Catching the outside corner there for a strike. Saunders was not in the stretch much on Saturday night. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and that one is line into the Quakes dugout. Look out along the first base line. And looks like all is well down there. Jeff Ure lined a shot here in High Desert. The Quakes or the Mavericks, neither one of the dugouts has a protective fence on the top step. 3-2 pitch, and that one is sliced foul. That one back towards the berm and on top of the berm down the right field line. And a full count to Jeff Ure. 3-0 Rancho, bottom of the first inning. Jason Anafoyan with you tonight. The wind by Saunders. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and that one's a bouncer to the second baseman, Paskovich. He gloves it, belt high, now throws to first, and Ure's out, and the inning is over. No runs are hit, the walk, nobody left on base. After one, Quakes leading 3-0.
Chris Badson's powerful new book, Joshua Shoots, He Scores, The Greatest Call I Ever Made, is available now at joshuashoots.com.
Randy Youngman of the Orange County Register writes, Joshua Shoots, He Scores will touch anyone who reads it.
Hall of Famer Rod Carew declares, this is a little book with a lot of heart.
L.A. Kings announcer Bob Miller adds, Joshua Shoots, He Scores will leave you believing in miracles.
For more information, go to joshuashoots.com.
Or order by phone at 949-260-1012.
Or ask for Joshua Shoots, He Scores at bookstores everywhere.
Hi fans, Jason Anafoyan here to tell you about Storage Max in Rancho Cucamonga. At the Quakes, we've had no worries storing our items at Storage Max. With the latest technology, Storage Max provides climate-controlled units keeping items from discoloration, fading, or dusting. This is especially great for the hot summertime weather in Rancho Cucamonga. Storage Max has units from 5x5s to 15x40s with 24-hour access. Storage Max is a new facility located at 8363 Foothill Boulevard between Vineyard and Grove Avenue in Rancho Cucamonga. Jack and Carmen, the managers of Storage Max, have helped us with great customer service. Now let them help you. If you're ready to move or just thinking about moving, give Jack and Carmen, the managers of Storage Max, a call at 909-949-3600. Again, that's 949-949-3600.
Top of the second inning, 3-0 Quakes. To lead it off is Adam Paskovich. He has had a tremendous series against the High Desert Mavericks, and he takes the first pitch for a strike, and the count is 0-1. 3-0 to score between the Quakes and the Mavericks. And the wind and the pitch to the plate is outside from Bo Hall, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. The Quakes scoring 3 times in the top half of the first inning, and they continue on their early inning success, getting on the board early. 1-1 pitch, and that one is pop foul, 1-2. It's a difference for the pitching staff, too, to have the peace of mind that they're going to get some runs early to work with. In this series, for Adam Paskovich, he is 4 for 8 with a walk, 3 doubles, an RBI, and he's scored 3 times. Next pitch is down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Paskovich to start the year, 5 for 15, hitting .333. No home runs and an RBI, and he's had a terrific glove in the field at third as he slices that one foul back into the seats, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Paskovich steps out of the box, now steps back in, taps the bat on home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. The wind and the pitch to the plate, and he drills that one deep to center field. Bibbs going back, still going back on the track at the wall, and that is off the wall. In the second base with a double is Adam Paskovich, and that's the way the top of the second gets started here for the Quakes. Another leadoff hit for the Quakes. This one a double just to the right of the hitter's eye. And straightaway center field. That one almost went out. Here at Mavericks Stadium, it's 401 feet to straightaway center. 340 down the line, 415 to the power alley in right center, but 340 down both lines. Here's the pitch to Willits, and the switch hitter batting left-handed drops a bunt. Third base line picked up by Garrett third, off-balance throw to first, and it's in time to retire Willits. And he is out number one. Moving to third base on the front is Adam Paskovich. So the sacrifice by Willits goes 5-3 with the first baseman covering the bag. Now the infield brought in for Mel Guerrejo with a runner at third and one out. The pitch from Bo Hall is low and in. 1 ball, no strikes, and have they called another balk? Actually, there's been a violation. There's now a 2-ball count. Bo Hall went to his hands while on the rubber. So an automatic ball was called. 2-0 the count now. The next pitch, and that one is off the plate, 3-1. The rule is the pitcher cannot go to his hands while standing on top of the mound. If he does, it's an automatic ball. The 3-0 pitch, and that one's a breaking ball at the knees for a strike. 3-1 to Mel Guerrejo. The infield of Ure at third, Chavez at short, Crab at second, and Hinton at first has been brought in. 3 balls, 1 strike to count to Mel Guerrejo. Last night, Mel Guerrejo 1 for 5, and he drives the 3-1 pitch high and deep to left. That one is way back. See you later. A 2-run home run for Rancho Mel Guerrejo. The Quakes have now homered in each of their first 7 contests, and the 2-run home run here in the top half of the second makes it a 5-0 Rancho lead. For a ball club that was supposedly wasn't supposed to have a ton of power on it to start the season, there are some guys that are certainly driving the long ball out of the park. And right now, the pitching coach, John Curtis, is going to head to the Hill to speak with his pitcher. Fans, tomorrow night is opening night at the Epicenter. Make your plans to be with us. There are still tickets available in the contest for the game with the Lancaster Jethawks. A post-game fireworks show will follow the game. And we want to remind you that there are still tickets available, but they are going quick, so make your plans to be with us. You can purchase tickets at the Quakes ticket office tomorrow. Ticket office stays open until the 7th inning of the game on home night, so if you want to purchase tickets for future games and you're making plans to come out to the park, you can call over the phone at 909-481-5252. Again, 909-481-5252. Or purchase them online at rcquakes.com. Here's Erick Aybar, switch hitter, batting left-handed, and he skies that one foul off to the left. No balls, 1 strike to count. 5-0 Quakes. They scored 3 in the first, 2 more here in the top of the second. Bo Hall kicks and fires home, and the 0-1 pitch is inside, and the count is 1-1. Breeze blowing out to straightaway left field. 5-0 Quakes. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Aybar fouls that one off to the left and up on top of the roof. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Aybar tripled in a run in the first. In this series, Aybar now has 3 triples. 1-2 pitch, and he grounds that one just foul down the first base line. That one back towards the Quakes bullpen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One out. The base is empty. Breeze blowing out to straightaway left. Now time is called. Aybar steps out. Now back into the box. Bo Hall running the long sleeve. Mavericks sporting the red top tonight. 1-2 pitch. That one is a little tapper up along the right side. Fielded by Hinton at first. He has to turn around and throw to the pitcher covering the bag. Not in time. And Aybar hit that one right on the grass, and it was not hit all that hard, and he reaches base safely with an infield hit. Exercised his speed to get that hit there. Hinton had to feel the ball in the grass, and when he spun around, the pitcher was there in time, Hall, but it just wasn't enough to beat Aybar to the bag. Here's Michael Napoli. Had a sacrifice fly his first time up. Aybar goes at first. The pitch is high, a ball. The throw down to second, not nearly in time. With the second baseman covering the bag, Aybar shields it safely. Stolen base there for Aybar, and the Quakes with the runner in scoring position and one out. 5-0 here in the top of the second inning, and the Quakes threatening for more. Napoli at the plate swings at the 1-0 pitch and bounces it to Bobby Meacham in the third base coach's box. And foul, 1 ball, 1 strike. Smaller crowd on hand tonight here at High Desert. The Quakes will be back here a week from tomorrow. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Aybar away from second base. A look back by Hall. Now another look. And the pitch home. And Napoli swings and pops it up. Shallow left center. Chavez going out. Bibbs coming in. The ball's going to fall. Aybar moves to third. He'll round the bag and stop there. And with a big blue single to shallow left center field is Michael Napoli. The Quakes keep the inning alive with runners at first and third now. Still only 1 out in the inning. And Greg Porter is the hitter. Greg Porter was hit on the right ear during batting practice tonight. And he had to leave the field with the training staff. First and third, 1 out. Porter is all right. He was hit by a ball off the bat, and he is okay in the lineup. First and third, 1 out. Hall throws, and Porter swings, and he fights that one off and puts it in the left field for a base hit. Aybar scores from third. The second base stopping there is Napoli. Porter delivers an RBI single, and the Quakes now in the first 2 innings have 9 hits, and they lead 6-0. The hits just keep on coming for this Quakes offense. Porter going to the opposite field with that one. Here's Ryan Buddy. Away from second base is Napoli, and Porter off the bag at first. Buddy was hit by a pitch in the first inning, and Hall takes low and away, and the count is 1-0. There is no activity, and now the Mavericks actually start to get somebody up in their bullpen. 1 ball, no strikes. Breeze blowing out to straightaway left field. 1-0 the count. A look back at second. Now Hall comes home in the pitch, and Buddy takes outside. 2 balls, no strikes. 6 runs, 9 hits for the Quakes. No runs or hits in the air for the High Desert Mavericks. Hall waits. A look over at second. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and that one's a fister right to short. Chavez waits back on the ball. Goes to second for 1. Low throw to first. That one gets away. Coming in to score from third base is Napoli. The Quakes now lead, or are they going to send Napoli back? Nope, he's safe at the plate. 7-0. The runner will not advance beyond first base, and that is Ryan Buddy. So Buddy reaches on a fielder's choice. And they are charging an error on that play to the second baseman. Now, I'm not so sure I agree with that. Here's David Gates. Runner leads from first, and the pitch is up and in, and the count is 1-0. Actually, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. That is the correct call. Napoli went to third on the fielder's choice. He moves to home on the air on the second baseman on the throw. Gates fouls the next pitch back to the screen 1-1. Reaching base safely is Ryan Putty on the fielder's choice. Had no runs scored on that play, you can't charge an error to the second baseman or the fielder making the return throw on a double play, as long as no other runners advance an extra base because of that throw. Because you cannot assume a double play. 1-1 pitch, foul back to the screen 1-2, but here you can, because scoring from third base on the E4 was Napoli. 3 runs in the first for the Quakes, 4 more in the second. 7 runs, 9 hits for Rancho, no runs or hits, 2 errors already for High Desert. The next pitch is up high to Gates. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Gates. Gates is the 8th man to bat in the inning. The Quakes have sent 8 men up in each of the first 2. 2-2 pitch, and that one a little check swing. Capper right up the first base line, fielded by the pitcher Hall as he comes down, and he throws to first to retire Gates, and the inning is over. Gates obviously did not want to swing to that one. That one was more of the ball finding the bat rather than the bat finding the ball. In the inning for the Quakes, they scored 4 more runs here on 5 hits. 1 error and a man left on base. Bottom of the second inning coming up, 7-0 Quakes.
Galliano Winery, located at 4231 Wineville Road in Mira Loma. In business since 1927, the Galliano family's roots run deep in Cucamonga Valley's winemaking history, offering a unique array of 25 varieties, including award-winning wines, as well as custom labels. The Galliano tradition continues to grow in the Inland Empire. Try the latest award-winning wines in a relaxed country atmosphere of the tasting room. Enjoy a tour of our landmark complex or relax in the beautiful picnic grounds. To reach Galliano Winery, call 909-685-5376 or stop by Monday through Saturday 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Once again, call 909-685-5376.
You know the goal of baseball is to get home quickly. The last thing you want to see is some player lollygagging around third when there's going to be a close play at the plate. Well, Farmer John feels the same way about ham, bacon, sausage, and hot dogs. You know all Farmer John products are made fresh right here in the Southland. That way they get home as quickly as possible, and it's just a short slide into the plate. That's your plate at home, not home plate. Get fresh. Get Farmer John.
Bottom of the second inning, it's 7-0 in favor of the Quakes. Final throw going down to second base as Joe Saunders heads back to the hill. 3 runs in the first for the Quakes, 4 runs in the second for the Quakes. And Saunders will face the cast that Toledo handled well on Tuesday night. The cast that Saunders faces here in the bottom of the second inning that Toledo handled well was the fact that he was able to pitch with the big lead and keep his rhythm going out on the mound. First pitch to Travis Hinton is a changeup that misses inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Saunders throws, and the next pitch, and that one's a changeup for a called strike 2. Let's check that called strike 1. 1-1 the count. 7-0 Rancho here in the bottom of the second inning. Saunders kicks and fires home, and Hinton pops that one up to left field. Gates, with plenty of room, moves over near the line. Now he reaches up and makes the catch, and there's 1 out. So fans, earlier today, the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes and the Anaheim Angels agreed to a 4-year contract extension in the player development contract between the Quakes and the Angels. And this player development contract with Anaheim will carry the Quakes and the Angels together through the 2008 baseball season. Dan Boyd, right-handed hitter, shows bunt and drops one up along the third baseline and foul, and the count is 0-1. For the first 8 years of the franchise, from 1993 to 2000, the Quakes were affiliated with the San Diego Padres. The Anaheim Angels and the Quakes then began their affiliation in 2001. This is the final year of a 2-year player development contract, and the contract has already been extended. First pitch to Boyd is outside, 1-1. There is a deadline. If you are a team that's switch affiliations, you cannot talk with another ball club until the off season. 1-1 pitch, and that one's a chopper back up the middle, and that one is a base hit. It's gloved, backhanded nicely by Tapkovich, who also plays a very good defensive second base. And he kept that ball from going into center field, but there was nothing Tapkovich could do other than field the ball. So Boyd is aboard with an infield single. However, you can re-up with your club at any time, and that is what the Quakes have done. A strong affiliation between the two franchises, the Quakes and the Anaheim Angels. And that announcement came this afternoon. 1 out, a runner from first. Here's Scott Candelaria, and the pitch is down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Tomorrow night, the home opener. And on Saturday, speaking of the Angels caravan is coming to Rancho Cucamonga, right outside the ballpark along Rochester Avenue. Candelaria bounces the 1-0 pitch off to the mound to the third base side. Fielded by Saunders, he turns and quickly throws over to first to just get Candelaria in time on the putout. And moving down to second base is Dan Boyd. We want to remind you that caravan will be in the parking lot along Rochester Avenue, parking lot A. The Quakes will be there. Tremor will be there. First pitch to Kennard Bibbs is low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Free admittance to this Angels caravan. There'll be a Q&A session, and there'll be autograph signings by both Quakes and Angels players. 1-0 pitch, a chopper to the second base side. Tapkovich waits back on it. He throws to first. Side retired as Kennard Bibbs is thrown out to end the inning. 1 hit, a man left on base. Saunders working through 2. We head to the third. 7-0 Quakes.
If your home team is hungry for a mealtime winner, there's nothing better than original Carl Budig. With 9 distinct flavors like smoked turkey, honey ham, and corned beef, we've got the taste and variety that never strikes out. Plus, we've got the convenience that keeps meal preparation time from going into extra innings. Look for original Carl Budig in 2.5 ounce, 8 ounce, and 1 pound sizes at your favorite grocer. That's Carl Budig, a real slice of life.
You know the goal of baseball is to get home quickly. The last thing you want to see is some player lollygagging around third when there's going to be a close play at the plate. Well, Farmer John feels the same way about ham, bacon, sausage, and hot dogs. You know all Farmer John products are made fresh right here in the Southland. That way they get home as quickly as possible, and it's just a short slide into the plate. That's your plate at home, not home plate. Get fresh. Get Farmer John.
Top of the third, Zach Cates to lead it off for the Quakes. 7-0 Rancho Cucamonga. Jason Anapoyan here with you live tonight in Adelanto. along KWRM 1370 and RCQuakes.com. And Kate takes a big swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1. 7 runs, 9 hits for the Quakes. No runs, a hit, 2 errors for the High Desert Mavericks. Wind really blowing out to left field tonight. It's a cool, crisp April evening. The pitch is down low to Case. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Lights beginning to take more of an effect as the sun is set behind us and nighttime settling in here in the desert. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch is down low. 2 balls and a strike. Not a large crowd on hand in High Desert tonight, but a good gathering in the picnic deck off down the left field line. Next pitch is fouled off the left. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Kate. Told you a little bit about the Angels and the Quakes. In case you are just joining us, they renewed their affiliation today. That's always exciting. 2-2 to count. The pitch, and Kate chops that one foul wide of first. Especially when the 2 ball clubs are so close, and that is what both management groups said today. And it's such a mutually beneficial relationship between the Angels and the Quakes. 2-2 pitch, swung on and sits into the glove of going away lane. Kate is out on strikes, 1 out here in the top half of the third.
Number 17, second baseman Adam Paskovich.
Here's Adam Paskovich. 7-0 Quakes. The Quakes opened up the year. So far, it's been a good road trip. They've won 4 of 6. They will head home tomorrow night to take on a very good Lancaster ball club. First pitch is outside to Paskovich, and it's 1-0. Lancaster affiliated with the Arizona Diamondbacks. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The line, the kick, here's the pitch to the plate, and that one is down low to Paskovich. 2 balls, no strikes. Kate's strikeout there is the first of the night for Bo Hall. This bullpen has seen a lot of work tonight and in this series for High Desert, and tonight Bo Hall is, I think, out there for a while. Next pitch is up high, 3-0. The Mavericks certainly don't want to get into the bullpen any more than they've had in the past couple of nights. 3-0 to count. Here's the pitch. Paskovich pops it up. Behind home plate, foul territory, giving chase is going away, but that one will reach the seat. Takes a big bounce in the third row, and some fans scamper down below off to our right for the ball. 3 balls and a strike to Paskovich. Paskovich last night was 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles. 2 runs scored. He had a walk. 4 for 8 in the series with 3 doubles and an RBI. 3-1 pitch, a big swing and a miss, and it's 3-2. Paskovich with good range at second base. Played a very nice defensive third base in this series for the first couple of games. Porter back at third tonight. Here's the 3-2 pitch, foul back to the top of the screen, 3-2. Bobby Meacham says it all the time about guys and their ability to field. And Paskovich is going to get extra at-bats, and they're going to get him in there as much as they can. And he sort of fits into that Angels philosophy of being able to play a couple of different positions. 3-2 pitch to Paskovich is down low, ball 4, and he walks. I don't believe it's just solely a philosophy that's adopted by the Angels, but I think that if you look at a player like Albert Pujols, who has switched positions in his career, going from first base to the outfield, and he's been at third base, and you look at even the switch of Alex Rodriguez in New York. Darren Erstad now for the Angels at first base, used to be an outfielder. Running loose from first, here's Willits, and it's down low to Willits. 1 ball, no strikes. But that type of versatility that a player can have in his career, not only if you're a catcher, you can also lengthen your career. But you make yourself that much more valuable to the organization that you're playing for with the ability to play a couple of different positions. Next pitch to Willits is down low, 2-0. And a lot of guys drafted these days, they can hit the fastball. They can hit the home run. But it's those things of being able to hit off-speed pitches, being able to field a couple of different positions can really move a ball player who talent for talent is probably even middle of the road. The runner goes from first. The pitch is outside of ball. Throw down to second, not in time, and Tapkovich has it stolen. The shortstop Chavez covering the bag there. Tapkovich with the stolen base. He's at second base now. 3 balls, no strikes. The count to Willits. If a ball player can play 2 or 3 different positions, that ball player is going to get a look. Next pitch to Willits is a strike on the outside, 3-1. He certainly has a better chance of moving up the farm system and making it to the next level than a player who can hit just as good as him but can only play one position. 3-1, a look back at second, and the pitch is a strike to Willits. After showing bunt, he takes 3-2. However, that's not to say a pitcher that solely plays a position player that plays one position in the field and hits well can't make it up the ladder. Just guys like Tapkovich who have the ability with good defense, you add that bat to them, you can become valuable in a system. 3-2 pitch, and Willits fouls it back. The count's still 3-2. And if it's not necessarily the organization that you're playing for that takes a liking, or not necessarily takes a liking to you, but doesn't have room for you, the ability to play different positions may make you valuable for another organization that may trade for you one day. 3-2, and the pitch, and Willits pops his foul off to the left. Bobby Meacham has said time and again that he knew that when he was drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals, that he wasn't going to play for the Cardinals. He knew he was going to get traded. And he said, if you're good, in these days, in this day and age in baseball, you're going to get traded. Just deal with it. Here's Reggie Willits, and he takes outside ball 4 on the 3-2. So he walks, he's to first base. You can't be afraid of being traded. If you're good, you're going to get traded along the way, whether it be at the major league level or in the farm system. And then he cited off a few guys that were coming up in the Cardinal system when he was there, like Keith Hernandez, who was traded to the Mets. Here's the first pitch to Rancel Melgarejo, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Bobby Meacham played 6 years in the big leagues for the New York Yankees, but originally drafted by the Cardinals, and then later was picked up by the Texas Rangers organization. 0-1 to Melgarejo. The pitch is off the plate. 1 ball and a strike. You see so many minor leaguers, though, involved in trades these days. A lot of trades that have a player to be named later, or maybe there's just one marquee name and then a bunch of different minor leaguers, and that's where the fans or the guys in the stands with the radar guns come in. Next pitch to Melgarejo, a big swing and a miss. He was swinging for the fences there, 1-2. And we'll see the radar guns out at the upper center, and it will increase. The scouts will come out, and in July the ticket requests for the scouts will really build up before the trading deadline. Lots of scouts getting their last looks at players in different organizations so they can go back and report to the GM. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the count. Report to the GM if there's a guy that's on a team worth trading for. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for Melgarejo. He's out on strikes, 2 away. Of course, the interesting time of the year is August 1st as well, because in that week after the trading deadline, after the Major League Baseball trading deadline, you notice that the radar guns drop off, and the number of scouts at the ballpark falls off significantly. 2 outs. Here's Erick Aybar. Aybar tonight, 2 for 2, a triple and an infield single. He has scored twice, and he takes down low, and the count is 1-0. 7 runs, 9 hits for the Quakes. No runs, a hit, 2 errors for the Mavericks. Jason Anaforian with you tonight. Top half of the 3rd inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Hall, the right-hander, goes to the glove. A look back to second. Another look back. He throws the 1-0 pitch, and that one bounced to first. gloved nicely by hitting at first. He'll take it himself to the bag and win the foot race with Aybar. And the side is retired. The Quakes carried the score here in the top of the third. They had a couple of walks and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the third, 7-0 Rancho.
It's a whole new ballgame. Quakes baseball. The family fun and so much more. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The excitement you've been looking for. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes.
Before the pregame purchase at the Epicenter for a unique group experience. After you purchase, your group of 25 or more will move to your seat to watch the game. All options include all you can eat and drink, just the game ticket. Choose from 3 great menu options. Prices start at just $15 per person.
Family fun and so much more. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The excitement you've been looking for. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. It's a whole new ballgame.
The English have a heritage rich in tradition. If you'd like to experience a bit of that heritage for yourself, stop by the Bulldog Pub. Enjoy the best English-style fish and chips around, as well as a great selection of import and domestic beer, great brewery darts. And what baseball isn't cricket, we've been serving Quakes fans for 18 years. Stop by the Bulldog tonight. You'll find us in the Upland Northwest Shopping Center under the clock tower on Mount Avenue. The Bulldog Pub, a taste of Britain in Upland.
3, 2, 1.
Remember, number 27, catcher,
Bottom of the third, Jason Anaforian here tonight. And Corlon Villanueva will be the catcher to lead it off for High Desert. And the Angels California League affiliate, the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, leading this one 7-0. And the first pitch from Joe Saunders is a curveball that misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 7-9-0 for the Quakes. Next pitch is a strike to Villanueva, 1-1. Joe Saunders back out on the field. He has worked 2 scoreless innings so far. 1-1 pitch, and that one's fouled. Up on top of the roof, it glances back down and into the stands. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. At the Angels Caravan, I wanted to remind you folks, and I got off this subject a moment ago, but the next pitch is a little soft line drive back into the stands behind the dugout. Fouled off, 1-2. The Angels Caravan will be set up off of Rochester Avenue. 1-2 pitch, fouled back to the screen. Still 1-2. There'll be a Q&A session. Autograph signings for Quakes and Angels players. Not every Quakes and not every Angels player will be there. We will pass the information along to you tomorrow as to who the players are that will be signing autographs. 1-2 pitch, and Villanueva swings and misses. He's out on strikes. 1 away. There'll also be giveaways.
Number 5, shortstop Ozzy.
And admittance is free. So come on out Saturday morning at 10 o'clock for the Caravan. Should be a good time. Lots going on at the Epicenter. Here's Ozzy Chavez. He takes down low, 1-0. Opening night tomorrow night. A pancake breakfast on Sunday morning. Next pitch is swung on and missed, 1-1. And then after a pancake breakfast for the ticket holders, there will be a meet the players session for some fans to come in and get a few autographs. 1-1 pitch is a chopper to second base. Waiting back is Paskovich. He fields on a big hop, throws Chavez out at first. 2 out. Villanueva strikes out. Chavez grounds out, and that'll be Chris Morris coming up to the plate. Quakes baseball tonight is brought to you by Yellow Book USA. Look your information up in the Yellow Book, not the other book. Here's Chris Morris, and he swings at the first pitch and grounds it to Porter at third. Porter gloves it on the grass, throws over to first, in time to retire Morris and the inning is over, and Saunders has retired 5 in a row and works the 1-2-3, bottom of the third. We head to the fourth, 7-0 Quakes.
If your home team is hungry for a mealtime winner, there's nothing better than original called budding. With 9 distinct flavors like smoked turkey, honey ham, and corned beef, we've got the taste and variety that never strikes out. Plus, we've got the convenience that keeps meal preparation time from going into extra innings. Look for original called budding in 2.5-ounce, 8-ounce, and 1-pound sizes at your favorite grocer. That's called budding, a real slice of life.
Faucets leaking, termites feasting, fishing, tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. That's the other book. Artists, posers, florists, grocers, water coolers, bakers, jewelers, everything from A to Z. Duct tape, landscape, sit-down mowers, dentists, funky, upper blowers, wholesale, retail, farm mail, wide whale, take a look and you'll see. The other book.
To place your ad at people's fingertips, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
David Bradley is the new pitcher for the High Desert Mavericks to start the top of the fourth inning. And Bill Hall's night is over, where he delivers 3 innings tonight, gives up 7 runs, and on 9 hits, he walked a couple, struck out 2. And for Bill Hall, 5 of those runs are earned. Here's Michael Napoli. First pitch to Napoli from Bradley in the 4th inning is a strike, and the count is 0-1. David Bradley pitched a few nights ago against the Quakes. 0-1 the count. The kick and the pitch, and that one is a strike called, and it's 0-2. Quakes 7, Mavericks nothing, and they've been able to chase High Desert starter from this ball game early on in every game except the first. 0-2 pitch. Napoli takes low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. High Desert took the series opener. Quakes came back and they have won the last 2 nights, and here tonight they are leading 7-0. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Napoli is out on strike. 1 away in the 4th inning. Quakes baseball tonight on the radio is brought to you by Storage Max. Planning on moving or just thinking about moving? Give Storage Max a call at 909-949-3600. Storage Max, located on Foothill Boulevard in Rancho, Cucamonga. First pitch to Greg Porter is a strike, and that is 0-1. On the mound is David Bradley. He steps back, has that bowler's type of a delivery from the windup, and he comes back and over the top delivers down low, 1-1. Kind of looks like John Burkett out there on the mound, has the feet spread a little bit apart, touching both sides of the rubber. Holds that glove out in front, nods as he gets the sign, steps back, now goes into a high leg kick, and the pitch is up and in. 2 balls and a strike. Tomorrow night, a 7:35 start. It's the home opener at the Epicenter. Saturday, it'll be a 7:15 game. 2-1 pitch, and that one is a hard smasher up the middle beyond the reach of Bradley and into center field. And Porter has his 3rd hit of the night. And then just his first 3 at bats. One out single. Here's Ryan Buddy.
Buddy was hit by a pitch in the first and grounded into a fielder's choice in the second inning. 7-0 the score, and the Quakes in front. Runner away from first base, that's Porter. They're setting up away. Here's the pitch, and a curveball right at the knees, and a beauty for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Quakes at-bats in this series, they have been long, lengthy at-bats. Hitting coach James Rowson has to be pleased with the performance. 0-1 pitch, and that's a broken bat, little fister out towards shallow left. Going out is the shortstop, and it's Chavez, and he can't come up with it. He picks the ball up quickly on a high hop and throws back to second base, and Porter is able to beat the return throw back to the base, and the Quakes with runners at first and second after the bloop single by Ryan Buddy. So a bloop single by Buddy, and he broke his bat on that one. Here's David Gates, who had a 3-run home run last night. He had 5 RBIs in last night's game. He is 1 for 2 tonight. 7-0 Quakes. Top of the fourth, and Bradley looks back at second. He throws home in the pitch, and that one's a changeup outside, and the count is 1-0. Porter away from second, and Buddy off the bag at first. Gates tonight, an infield single in the first, and he bounced out to the pitcher in the second. Curveball again. This one misses. 2-0. One's a little bit high there to Gates. The count. Here's the pitch. That one just misses inside. 3-0. David Gates has had a nice series here at High Desert. Gates, 7 for 14 in this series. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs total. Fastball swung on and missed. That one was up above the letters, 3-1. Gates has shown that he will swing for that. He will swing at that pitch. Currently, Gates with a 4-game hitting streak. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. With his hands on his knees, off the bag at second base is Porter. Away from first is Buddy, and the pitch is popped up, foul. That one will reach the roof and tear him down into the stands. Full count now to David Gates. On deck is Zach Gates. 7-0 Rancho, top of the fourth. And they're threatening for more. Bradley looks back at second. Now he throws. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 4. The bases are loaded.
Number 25, first baseman, Zach Cates.
Here's Zach Cates. Quakes have not had a grand slam this year. The ball club has hit 9 home runs as a team, and this their 7th game of the year. Bases loaded now, and Bradley in trouble. He throws. Cates takes a curveball, missing inside, 1-0. Bobby Meacham said on the pregame show a few nights ago that he wanted some games that were blown open. And that is exactly what he is getting. Here's the 1-0 pitch, low and away. 2-0. Said it would be nice not to be playing in the close games. Although last night's game, the Quakes opened up a 7-run lead, and High Desert closed it to within 2 at one point. 2-0 the count, 1 out, 7-0 Rancho, top of the fourth, and the bases loaded. Here's the pitch to Cates, swing and a miss. 2-1. Cates reached on an error in the first, struck out swinging in the third. He is 0 for 2 tonight. On deck is Adam Tatkovich. Bradley from the stretch deals in the 2-1 pitch, and that's the fastball that misses just below the knees. 3-1. Fans wanted that call. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Bradley holding that ball behind his back, now goes to the glove, pauses at the letters, bases loaded. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that one is skied high in the air, down the left field line, and plenty foul. That clears the picnic area, back where the batting cages are stored here at Mavericks Stadium. Quakes will be back here in Adelanto a week from Friday. Play High Desert. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Case is down on strike, and Bradley did not come in the strike zone there. He challenged him up high, and Case swung at it. So the second out of the inning, second strikeout as well for Bradley, who was trying to work through an inning he's laboring through. And the bases are loaded now for a hot hitter in Adam Paskovich. Paskovich doubled to right center in the second inning, reached on a walk in the third. The pitch, and that's a breaking ball outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 7-0 Quakes, top of the 4th. Away from third is Porter, Buddy away from second, David Gates away from first. 1 ball, no strikes to the count. And the pitch to the plate. And that one's a fastball for a strike at the knees. And the count is 1-1. On deck is Reggie Willits in the top of the lineup. Paskovich with some dirt on the back of his right pant leg from sliding earlier. He has a stolen base tonight. 1-1. They're setting up away. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Strike 2 called on the outside corner. 1-2. Paskovich adjusts his batting gloves, now steps back into the box, taps the bat on home plate. Porter away from third, Buddy from second, and Gates off the bag at first. 1-2 to count. Bradley, high leg kick, throws, the pitch, smashed hard to short. Chavez stays with it, gloves it, throws to second for Crabb, and he covers the bag, and the force out is complete on Gates, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. The bases left loaded for Rancho here in the 4th. Bottom of the 4th coming up. 7-0 Quakes.
It's a whole new ballgame. Playing baseball. The family fun and so much more. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The excitement you've been looking for. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Join us at the Epicenter every Monday till Monday Madness. Request tickets, 2 hot dogs, 2 Cracker Jacks, and 2 sodas. All for just $12. Every Monday night at the Epicenter. We'll see you there. The whole ballgame. Baseball. The family fun and so much more. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The excitement you've been looking for. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. It's a
Around here, folks take pride in their landscape. They know a beautiful yard starts with the right materials. And around here, people like to do it themselves. That's why they rely on Haven Building Materials. Haven features a winning lineup of blocks, cement, rocks, sand, and gravel, everything you need for your landscape. And they deliver, too. Folks in the know rely on Haven. They have since 1978. And you can, too. Just stop by Haven Building Materials at 9393 Haven Avenue in Rancho Cucamonga.
Final throw going down to second base, bottom of the 4th inning. Jason Anaforian here tonight. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball coming to you from Adelanto, where the Quakes are in front of High Desert 7-0. On a very windy night here at Mavericks Stadium.
Felix Crabb will be the second baseman to lead it off against Joe Saunders. It's been a tale of two different games for the ball clubs. The Quakes are having a lot of hitting and good pitching, and the Mavericks, well, not a lot of hitting and not a lot of pitching. First pitch is outside, 1-0. 7-0 Quakes, bottom of the fourth. Saunders kicks and comes home, and the next pitch to Crabb is a strike called, and it's 1-1. Crabb hit into a double play in the first. 1 ball, 1 strike. Saunders, 3 scoreless innings so far. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that one's up high. And the count is 2 balls and a strike. 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Quakes. Saunders, the left-hander, kicks and fires home, and the pitch, a fastball, hits the outside corner, and the count is 2-2. Saunders, the left-hander, steps back. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that one is chopped on a big hop to short. Aybar fields it, throws over to first, and it's in time. Crabb is out, number 1. Fans, Quakes baseball tonight on the radio is brought to you by Chili's Bar and Grill. The latest happy hour at Chili's on Foothill Boulevard in Rancho, Cucamonga features discounts on drinks and buffalo wings. The Chili's happy hour is Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. and Sunday through Thursday from 9 p.m. to close. Jeff Buer swings and chops that one fair down the third base line, and that one gets past Porter, and it ricochets off the retaining wall down the left field line. And aboard at first base is Buer. He is on with a single. That ball carried quickly right back to Porter. Not a lot of foul territory down the line because the wall angles back in. And for Porter, he picked up the carom off that chain link fence immediately. Buer has himself a single. 1 out, 1 on. Buer now 1 for 2 tonight. Here's Travis Hinton. And then Quakes put the shift on. The pitch is a strike. Snap throw down to first. And Buer is back to the bag safely with a head-first slide. Travis Hinton slides to left field in the second inning. Aybar, the shortstop, plays the left-hander to the right of the second base bag. Papkovich playing deep at second base, not on the grass though. Cates holding on Buer at first base. The pitch is a ball, and it's 1-1. So the latest happy hour at Chili's on Foothill Boulevard. Again, that's Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 and Sunday through Thursday from 9 p.m. to close. Chili's Bar and Grill, a proud sponsor of Quakes baseball on the radio. Hinton takes a called strike 2, and the count is 1-2. 7-0 Quakes here at the bottom of the fourth inning. Mike Maynor, our engineer in the studio, Jason Anafoyan with you tonight. Runner from first. That's Buer. The pitch. That one is slapped down the left field line with plenty of room to spare, and into the corner, a base hit. Doing waves to third is Buer, and he's going to be held up there. The ball gets back to Porter from Cates as he digs it out of the left field corner, and in at second base is Travis Hinton with a double. Tomorrow night, Mike Maynor will have the action for you here on KWRM. That ball game will be aired in its entirety. Tape delayed following Cal State Fullerton baseball. I'll head over to the TV side tomorrow night with my partner Daryl Miller. Opening night at the Epicenter, and it should be fun. Here's Dan Boyd, second and third, 1 out, and he drives that one right field line. He chases Mel Guerrero, can't get it. There's 1 hop on the track. He retrieves the ball. This will score a couple of runs as the throw goes back into second. In there, second, the double is Dan Boyd. Coming in to score is Buer and Hinton, and the Mavericks are on the board. It's 7-2 Quakes. Yeah, think you should go get some coffee. Here's Scott Candelaria. That sounds good. Here's the first pitch, and that's fouled off to the right, and the count is 0-1. So Boyd at second base with a double. 2 runs batted in. 7-2 to score. Runner off second base. 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch, and that one almost hit Candelaria. It comes low and in, and he is ruled to have gone around on a strike. He could not hold the bat up, and when he spun out of the way of that one, his bat crossed the strike zone, says plate umpire Bo Morris. Mavericks with 3 hits in this inning. They have scored 2 times. Boyd away from second. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 call to Candelaria. And as he felt that the bat was taken out of his hands, he just put the bat on top of his, touching the bill of his batting helmet, and just kind of threw his head up in the air to let Morris know what he thought of his strike zone. 2 outs, Kennard Bibbs at the plate. Saunders comes home and he deals a strike, and the count is 0-1. You're starting to see Saunders, and he has been effective tonight, but there is a trend developing here in this ball game, much like we saw in Bakersfield on Saturday. The players are checking their swing a lot. 0-1 pitch is low and away in the dirt. And Bibbs takes down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. 7-4 is the score. 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Quakes. Runner from second, the 1-1 pitch, and that one is a little bit high. 2 balls and a strike to count. Boyd knocked in the 2 runs for the Mavericks tonight. 2-1 to count. And the pitch. And a breaking ball misses. 3-1. Saunders looks back at second. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2. So the trend that we were seeing with the Bakersfield hitters and the high desert hitters, that was the amount of check swings at the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th, 7-2 in favor of the Quakes. Here's the pitch. Swing, and that one is driven foul down the left field line, and that one hits the facing of the picnic pavilion and glances back under the bullpen. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count to Bibbs. The inning started with Calix Crabb grounding to short. Jeff Ure singled. Hinton followed with a double, and then Boyd doubled home 2 runs. 3-2 pitch is a little tapper to second. Tapkovich waits back on it, fields and throws Bibbs out at first. Side retired here in the 4th. We head to the 5th. The Mavericks with 2 runs here in the inning on 3 hits, but stand a man left on base. And after 4, 7-2 Quakes.
Faucets leaking, termites feasting, fish and tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look at your face.
When it comes to making your buying decisions, people today let their fingers do the walking through Yellow Book Yellow Pages. It's no wonder. Yellow Book's
packed with money-saving coupons, restaurant menus, and vital community info. And with more ads than ever before, it has everything you need right at your fingertips. It's easy to spot. Just reach for the yellow directory with the map on the cover. And join the smart shoppers who choose Yellow Book, not the other book. Put your business in Yellow Book. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW.
The other book.
An advantage in sports is playing in front of a hometown crowd. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, you can get that same home team advantage. Just call Ivy Carroll's Realty Service. As a local company, nobody knows the area better than we do. For immediate action on all your real estate needs, contact Ivy Carroll's Realty Service at 909-476-0640 or log on to ivycarrollsrealty.com. Ivy Carroll's Realty, located in Cucamonga and in Fontana. Be sure to ask about their home buyers ministry.
As we head to the top of the fifth inning, the Quakes in front of this one, 7-2. Fans who want the benefits of season tickets but can't make it to all the home games, and the Quakes mini plans are perfect for you. Mini plans start as low as $60 per seat. Plus, these plans feature the most exciting games of the 2004 season. To order your Quakes mini plan today, call the Quakes ticket office. First pitch to Reggie Willits is up high, 1-0. Quakes ticket office is at area code 909-481-5252. One ball, no strikes to count. Here's the pitch to the plate, and a changeup misses up high from Bradley. 2 balls, no strikes. Willits fly to right field in the first. Had a sacrifice in the second inning, sacrifice bunt, and walked in the third. We're in the fifth, 2-0 pitch, and that one sliced to short. A hot shot is way back on it, throws to first, long throw, got him. So 1 out here in the top of the fifth inning. Quakes baseball tonight on the radio is brought to you by Romano's Macaroni Grill, located right down the street from the Epicenter. Open 7 days a week. Visit Romano's Macaroni Grill on Foothill Boulevard in Rancho, Cucamonga, a proud sponsor of Quakes baseball on the radio. Here's Rancho Melgarejo, and he chops the first pitch to short. Chavez comes in, gloves it from the grass. He throws off balance to first. Got him. Nice play there by Chavez. He had to feel the ball right as he was approaching the grass, and the shortstop on the run makes the throw for the second out of the inning. Here's Erick Aybar. 3 in the first, 4 in the second for the Quakes. High Desert coming back with 2 in the bottom of the fourth. That is where we stand. 7-2 in favor of the Quakes. Bradley on for his second inning of relief. The Quakes left the bases loaded in the fourth, and the first pitch tails low and away to Aybar, 1-0. Aybar with a triple and an RBI in the first, an infield hit, and scored a run in the second. Grounded to first base in the third. 1-0 to count. And the pitch, Aybar swings and misses, and the count is 1-1. Bradley looks down for the sign. He's ready, steps back, kicks, and comes home in the 1-1 pitch, and that one is a strike. Change up there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. Bradley working quickly. The Quakes have not been retired in order yet tonight. Here's the pitch. That one low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Rancho. Two and 2 to count. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Into the glove of the guy who crowded second from the grass. He throws to first. Got him! Including the stretch from hitting a terrific play there, second by Terrence Crowd. And not only did he dive on the grass, but from his seat, he sat up and threw to first, and Hinton had to stretch out and backhand that ball, and Aybar is out. So he was robbed of a hit there. We head to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Quakes going orders here in the fifth, and they are leading 7-2.
Galliano Winery, located at 4231 Wineville Road in Mira Loma. In business since 1927, the Galliano family's roots run deep in Cucamonga Valley's winemaking history, offering a unique array of 25 varieties, including award-winning wines, as well as custom labels. The Galliano tradition continues to grow in the Inland Empire. Try the latest award-winning wines in the relaxed country atmosphere of the tasting room. Enjoy a tour of our landmark complex or relax in the beautiful picnic grounds. To reach Galliano Winery, call 909-685-5376. Or stop by Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Once again, call 909-685-5376.
This is Rob Bruschka, voice of the Titans. Tune in each week as we pay tribute to Baseball America's 2003 Coach of the Year, George Horton, on AM 1370 KWRM. Wednesday nights from 7 to 8, it's the George Horton Show, live on location from Stadium Tavern in downtown Fullerton at Harbor and Wilshire. It's your chance to get up close and personal with Coach Horton and Titan players, and you can even win tickets and prizes as you enjoy the great food and drink specials.
Titan baseball coach George Horton. Come join Rob and I at the Stadium Tavern each week for the show and be part of our team.
That's the George Horton Show, Wednesdays from 7 to 8 on KWRM.
First pitch to Villanueva here in the bottom of the fifth inning is down low, 1-0. Next pitch comes back, and there's a strike, and the count is 1-1. Villanueva struck out swinging in the third. The Quakes in front of this one, 7-2 here in the bottom of the fifth. And the pitch to the plate, that one is drilled to right. Mel Guerrero comes in, now puts on the brakes, reaches up, and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. One away, and coming to the plate will be Ozzie Chavez. And every Tuesday at the ballpark is an extreme Tuesday. Here's the pitch to Ozzie Chavez, and he takes up and away 1-0. There'll be a pregame autograph session with Trimmer and the Quakes players on the concourse. So come out to Extreme Tuesday at the Epicenter. We'll have one this week. Swinging, the 1-0 pitch is grounded nicely to first, backhanded by Cates. He's up with it, and he'll race to the bag and take it himself there for the unassisted putout. 2 away. Both pitchers now really finding a rhythm, and this game is quickly moving along. Bottom of the fifth, Chris Morris is going to be the hitter. Morris is 0 for 1. He walked in the first. 7-2 the score, and the pitch to Morris is up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Saunders kicks and comes home, and the 1-0 pitch is grounded into the on-deck circle, and the count is 1-1. Morris walked in the first inning, and when he gets on the base path, he certainly runs. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that one's down low. 2 balls, 1 strike. 7-2 Quakes here in the fifth. 2-1. Saunders throws. The pitch is grounded foul up the first base line. Fielded on a backhand there by Cates, and he puts the ball back to Saunders. Saunders gave up 2 runs on 3 hits in the fourth. Tonight he has walked just 1 hitter. He has struck out 2, and he is dealing again here in the fifth. 2-2 pitch, and a changeup swung on and missed. Strike 3. The bottom of that one really fell out at the end. Morris is out on strikes. The inning is over. We head to the sixth after a 1-2-3 inning for High Desert here in the bottom of the fifth, and the Quakes leading 7-2.
Turn out to be stimulation, tackle, pins and stackle, tips and movies, everything from A to Z. Now the number, time to plumber, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors, take a look at your horses, water coolers, bigger shooters, everything from A to Z. Duct tape, landscape, sit down mowers, and kiss off to upper blowers. Wholesale, retail, farm mail, wide web, fake goods, you see.
Happy Aybar. To place your ad at people's fingertips, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Quakes broadcast is brought to you in part by West Coast Auto Wreckers, a proud American company. By the Bulldog Pub, a taste of Britain in Upland. By Victory Exterminating, we treat every home like it's our own. By York Employment Services Incorporated, providing state-of-the-art service with old-fashioned values. And by the Pond Builders and Landmark Landscaping, service beyond the point of competition.
We move ahead here to the top of the sixth inning, and Michael Napoli at the plate, and the first pitch to Napoli is a chopper into the hole between third and short, backhanded there by the shortstop Chavez. He throws to first, and that one's low in the dirt. It skips away from the first baseman. Napoli is safe at first base, and it is retrieved by the second baseman, Felix Crabb, backing up. So Napoli is aboard. On an infield hit. Top of the sixth. And Napoli away from the bag at first with an infield hit. Here's Greg Porter. 7-2 Quakes. First pitch to Porter is a strike, and that's 0-1. Napoli tonight is now 2 for 3. Greg Porter tonight, 3 for 3. 0-1 the count. Runner from first. And the pitch home. Swing, and that one is fouled off to the left and out of play. No 1-2. Porter has now raised his average over 400. Currently batting .409. Napoli away from first. 7-2 Quakes. Bradley came on in relief in the fourth. He throws home. The pitch is up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2. The pitch inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Porter wearing looks like a protective sleeve around his front right elbow. Waves that bat back and forth. 2-2 the count. Setting up the way, the pitch high and outside. 3-2. On deck is Ryan Buddy. Napoli's hit ended a streak of 5 consecutive Quakes retired in a row. And that is the most Quakes retired in a row tonight at any point in this game. 3-2 pitch with the runner going, swung on and missed strike 3. One on the second base, and pulling it out. I'm dealing 2-6 on the strikeout. So striking out, thrown out, double play. That'll bring up Ryan Buddy. Buddy was hit by a pitch in the first, hit into a fielder's choice in the second, and had a bloop single to left field in the fourth. He takes strike 1. 0-1 the count. pitch, and Buddy swings and misses, and the count is 0-2. 7-2 in favor of the Quakes. Top of the sixth. 0-2 to count. Kick, here's the pitch home, and it's up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Activity now in the Rancho bullpen. Here's the next pitch down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Saunders will pitch the bottom of the inning, but there is some activity in the Quakes bullpen. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch home. And he slices that one. Buddy has himself a second hit of the night. Puts that one up the middle and into center field. A single there for Buddy. Davey Gates will be the hitter. David Gates is 1 for 2. Walked in the 4th. Reached on an infield hit in the 1st. 2 outs. 7-2 Quakes. Runner from first, and the turn and a throwback to first. Stands the California Pediatric Medical Association in conjunction with the Spanish Trails Girl Scout Junior Troop 1272 are sponsoring the Shoes for the Children project for the less fortunate children in our community. Bring children new or gently used shoes and receive a Quakes voucher for a future home game. 1 voucher per family. That's this Sunday. This program is going on. Next pitch to Gates is a strike, 0-1. Upland Dr. Jan David Tepper, the California Pediatric Medical Association, is promoting this. He has made his office available as a shoe drop-off center around the year, and his address is on West Foothill Boulevard, Suite B in Upland, California. That's 942 West Foothill Boulevard. Next pitch to Gates is up high, 1-1. You can call his office at 909-920-0884. His office is on Foothill Boulevard between San Antonio and Mountain Avenue in Upland. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to David Gates, the runner away from first. 2 men out. Turn and a throwback to first, and back to standing. Here's Buddy. Gates gets it back in the box. Stands off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 men out. Here's the pitch to the plate. Swing and a fly ball. Shallow center field. Bibbs coming in. With room, he makes the catch. Inning over. So Gates flies out to center field. And the Quakes will strand a runner here in the top of the 6th. 2 hits, a man left on. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 7-2 Quakes.
It's a whole new ballgame. Quakes baseball. The family fun and so much more. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The excitement you've been looking for. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes.
Individual tickets for July 3rd go on sale Monday, May 3rd. Ticket prices for this game are $2 more per ticket than regular ticket prices. And following the game is the Independence Day post-game fireworks show sponsored by Big Alert. Remember, tickets for the July 3rd game go on sale on May 3rd.
The whole ballgame. Quakes baseball. The family fun and so much more. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The excitement you've been looking for. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. It's a whole new ballgame.
At Inline Plumbing, we know when the stocks are clogged with runners, the team needs power, speed, and experience to empty the basin. When your pipes or sewers are clogged, we have the power, speed, and experience to get the job done and offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. In fact, if you're not completely satisfied, we'll come back for free. Call at 949-8899 or log on to inlineplumbing.com. Inline Plumbing. We're the good guys your friends told you about.
Here's Crab here in the bottom of the sixth inning to lead it off. 7-2 Quakes. Chase and Annapolis here tonight. Mike Maynard, our engineer in the studio. 7-2 Quakes. Here's Crab, and Crab is 0 for 2 on the night. He shows bunt, goes back and takes outside 1-0. Saunders steps back on top of the rubber. Joe Saunders tonight, 5 innings, giving up just 2 hits. He struck out 3. Next pitch to Crab is a called strike, and the count is 1-1. 7-13-0 for the Quakes. 2 runs, 4 hits, and a couple of errors for the Mavericks. 1-1, and the pitch is lifted in the air to right center field. Willits, the center fielder, moving over in the gap, and he reaches up and makes the catch. 1 away. Warming up in the Quakes bullpen tonight is David Austin.
Number 20,
right-hander, warming up. One would believe that this is near the end of the road for Joe Saunders, who has had himself 2 good starts to begin the 2004 campaign. Here's Jeff Ure, the third baseman, and he lines the first pitch foul off to the right, 0-1. Jeff Ure down to the second base in the first, singled and scored in the fourth. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that's popped foul. Out of play, back up into the chairback seat beyond the first base dugout. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Going through the count as Ure steps back in. He waits. Here's the pitch from Saunders. Check swing, appeal to first, and no, says Frattoni. He holds up. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 1 man out here in the last of the 6th inning. Saunders kicks and fires home. Next pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3, and Ure is out for the second out of the inning. Two men out, the base is empty, and here's Travis hitting. Fans become a baseball big buddy and allow those less fortunate to enjoy a live baseball game with the Quakes. Donate your unused tickets or purchase Quakes tickets to donate to the Quakes Community Foundation. Breaking ball to Travis hitting from Saunders, and it's inside 1-0. Tickets will be donated to charities around the Inland Empire area. The Quakes Community Foundation is a non-profit organization. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Hinton takes a curveball on the outside, and it is 1-1. 7-2 Quakes, last of the 6th inning. Saunders steps back, kicks, and comes home in the 1-1 pitch, and that one is pop foul off to the left. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Saunders gets that rosin, slams it back down on the back of the pitcher's down, holds the glove up, gets the sign he wants. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and runs in, and it hits Hinton. And it looked like it hit Hinton on the right hand. Hinton will walk down to first base. Austin continues to warm up in the bullpen for the Quakes.
Number 12, left fielder Dan Boyd.
Here's Dan Boyd. Dan Boyd has an infield single in the second, doubled in a couple of runs in the fourth. Tonight's 2 for 2. Boyd, a real lean third baseman for the Mavericks. Runner away from first, that's Hinton. Here's the pitch, and Boyd takes down low. 1-0. The appeal to the face umpire, and Boyd is ruled to have held up on the swing. 1-0 count. Saunders peeks at first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's down low in the dirt. Just away from Buddy, and moving down to second base is going to be Hinton. So a wild pitch. On Saunders. Two balls, no strikes. Hitting off the bag at second base. 2 men out in the inning, and Dan Boyd swings and fouls the next pitch back to the on-deck circle on the third base side. 2-1. First wild pitch of the night for Saunders. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. 7-2 Quakes, last of the 6th. Saunders trying to close this inning out. 2-1 pitch. Change up for a strike at the knees. 2-2. For the Quakes, in the 6th, it'll be Cates, Paskovich, and Willits. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hitting from second. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to first. Cates moves over to his right, does it. Now he's going to race to the bag, and he slides in to the bag and trying to get the sliding Boyd to end the 6th. Cates thought about calling Saunders off and then decided to step it into gear, and once he did, he had to make a slide to get his foot to the bag at first to beat Boyd. Side retired. A hit batter and a man left on base. We head to the 7th inning. Cates to lead it off, and the Quakes leading 7-2.
Hi fans, Jason Anaforian here to tell you about Storage Max in Rancho Cucamonga. At the Quakes, we've had no worries storing our items at Storage Max. With the latest technology, Storage Max provides climate-controlled units keeping items from discoloration, fading, or getting dusty. This is especially great for the hot summertime weather in Rancho Cucamonga. Storage Max has units from 5x5s to 15x40s with 24-hour access. Storage Max is a new facility located at 8363 Foothill Boulevard between Vineyard and Grove Avenue in Rancho Cucamonga. Jack and Carmen, the managers of Storage Max, have helped us with great customer service. Now let them help you. If you're ready to move or just thinking about moving, give Jack and Carmen, the managers of Storage Max, a call at 909-949-3600. Again, that's 909-949-3600.
You know the goal of baseball is to get home quickly. The last thing you want to see is some player lollygagging around third when there's going to be a close play at the plate. Well, Farmer John feels the same way about ham, bacon, sausage, and hot dogs. You know, all Farmer John products are made fresh right here in the Southland. That way they get home as quickly as possible, and it's just a short slide into the plate. That's your plate at home, not home plate. Get fresh. Get Farmer John.
Top of the 7th inning. Here we go. And Zach Cates to lead it off against Bradley, the reliever, and the pitch. And Cates slices that one into right center field. That's a base hit. The left-hander rounds the bag at first, and he'll stop there. Leadoff single for Cates. And here's Adam Paskovich. The 2004 Youth Baseball Clinic is scheduled for August 4th through the 6th at Red Hill Park from 9 a.m. to noon each day. Here's your chance to work with Quakes players and coaches in small group instruction with the pros. You'll be taught the essential skills of hitting, pitching, fielding, base running, catching, and much more. Boys and girls ages 6 to 14 years old are welcome, and skill level does not matter because everyone plays with their own age group. Camp cost is $100, and to register, contact the Quakes at 909-481-5000, extension 264. Want to know the count to Adam Paskovich as the first pitch was down low. Runner from first, and now turn a throwback to first. And back to the bag standing is Cates. Cates leads off with a single. One ball, no strikes. Paskovich waits, Cates runs at first. The pitch is fouled over the top of the screen and back to the press box off to our right. And the count is 1-1. Paskovich doubled and scored in the second. Walked in the third, hit into a fielder's choice in the fourth. 1 ball, 1 strike to Paskovich. Cates away from first base. Bradley with a high set. Now he throws. Paskovich runs again, hit and run, and that one is lifted in the air. Shallow center, that one's going to fall. I should say Paskovich runs, Cates runs on the pitch that Paskovich bloops into shallow center right in front of Bibbs. Moving to second base is Cates. Paskovich with a single. First and second now, and nobody out for the Quakes in the seventh. Here's Willits. 15 hits on the night for the Quakes. That is a high for a single game this season for the Quakes. 15 hits. First and second now, and nobody out. Here's the switch hitter Reggie Willits, batting left-handed. He's back at second. Willits showing bunt, and pulls back and takes up high. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Seven and 2 Quakes with an opportunity to add to their lead. Willits tonight is 0 for 2. He has a sacrifice bunt, and he walked. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and he bunts that one in the air, third base side. Deere's going to come in, playing on a hop. He looks back to first, has no play there, and then looked to first, didn't have a play there. And he simply held on to the ball, and the bases are loaded. Willits was sacrificing. He bunted one in the air. For a moment, it looked like the third baseman Urick could come in and field the ball. He waited to play back and play it on a hop, but when he looked behind him, it's as if he was expecting somebody to cover the bag at third, perhaps shot it. But with the corner infielders charging on that play, the second baseman was covering first, and the shortstop was covering second. Nonetheless, the single, a bunt single for Willits, loads the bases, and everybody is safe. At third base goes Cates. Paskovich now at second. And the meeting at the mound with Curtis, the pitching coach, and that meeting is adjourned with his pitcher Bradley. And activity is, there is a man warming up in the bullpen, a left-hander for the Mavericks. 7 to 2 Quakes, and the bases are loaded for Rancho Melgarejo here in the top of the seventh, and nobody out. Jason Anapolian here tonight. Pleased you could be with us on rcquakes.com and KWRM 1370 AM. Melgarejo stands back in the box. A look over at third. Here's the pitch to the plate, and Melgarejo takes the curveball inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Breeze blowing out to right field. 1-0 to count. Hitting at first, plays in front of the runner Willits. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Up high, 2-0. Melgarejo with a home run in the second inning, a 2-run home run. Doubled and scored in the first. 2 for 4 tonight. 2-0 the count. Peek over at third, and the pitch. And Melgarejo sharply hits that one to short. Chavez, underhand shovel to Kravitz, second for 1. Turns back to first, in time. A 6-4-3 double play. Coming in to score from third is Cates, and the Quakes lead at 8-2. Moving over to third base on the play is Paskovich. No RBI for Melgarejo.
Number 3, shortstop Erick Aybar.
Two men out, here's Erick Aybar. Second night in a row that Melgarejo, with the bases loaded, has hit into a double play that, with nobody out, that scored a run. Here's Aybar. First pitch. Outside. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Erick Aybar. 8-2 Quakes here in the top of the 7th. And David Austin still warming up now, begins to warm up again down the line for the Quakes in the bullpen. 1-0 pitch up high, 2 balls, no strikes. Looks like Austin will come in to pitch the bottom of the 7th inning. Saunders tonight, 6 innings, give up just 2 runs on 4 hits. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Aybar takes the strike, snap throw down to third, and out of third and kicked off is Popovich. And that play goes 2-5. So Aybar will pick his at bat up in the 8th inning. The Quakes score 1 time on 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th, and it's 8-2 Rancho.
In baseball, the pitcher's best friend is the double play. If you're looking to add beauty to your landscape, the Pond Builders and Landmark Landscaping is the perfect double play combination. At the Pond Builders, we feature Aquascape's patented ecosystem. It's the perfect solution for ponds, waterfalls, streams, and custom bridges. And for the finishing touch around your new pond, our parent company, Landmark Landscaping, is a licensed contractor with 17 years experience. See what we can do. Visit our website at thepondbuilders.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and stepping up to the plate will be Scott Candelaria. David Austin is the new pitcher for the Quakes. Joe Saunders' night is over, and it's been a very good night for Joe Saunders. He pitches 6 innings, gives up just 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Walked 1 batter and struck out 4. First pitch to Scott Candelaria is a strike, and it is 0-1. Here's the next pitch to the plate, and that one's bounced to third, knocked down by Porter, stays with it, throw to first, not in time. Candelaria on at first base with the E5. Error is charged to Porter.
Number 3, center fielder, your internet double pattern to game, Kennard Pitt.
David Austin last pitch on Tuesday night against High Desert. Threw an inning and a third, gave up 2 hits, walked the batter, did not allow any runs in the ballgame. First pitch to Kennard Pitt is a strike. 0-1. Austin, the right-hander, does not wear long sleeves. 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch. And that one is hammered, right field, back to base hit. Melgarejo goes to chase that one down on the track and throws from his right foot all the way back to Pakovich at second. Rounding third, a bit too wide. Now the throw down the third, and Bateman with a slide is Candelaria. He's in there at third, and Gibbs has himself a double. Pakovich caught the relay from Melgarejo in right field and threw back to Porter at third. Perhaps trying to cut off and throw behind Candelaria to see if they couldn't get him.
Number 27.
An error and now a double. Runners at second and third. For the Mavericks, in the bottom of the seventh. Here's Furlong Villanueva. Quakes play the infield back, and the first pitch, a little check swinging right back to Austin. He checks the runner at third, turns and throws Villanueva out at first. Check swing and with a tapper right back to the box. One away.
Number 5, shortstop Ozzie Chavez.
Dan's Charter Media presents the Friday Family Fun Pack. 4 club seats, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, Quakes baseball, 2 Boomers miniature golf passes, 4 GameWorks passes, 1 Accurate Automotive oil change, and 2 Cold Stone Creamery ice creams with the purchase of 2 ice creams. You got all that? All of that just for $38, and it's available for the April 30th, May 28th, June 11th, July 2nd, and August 27th Friday night home games. First pitch to Ozzie Chavez is a strike, and it's 0-1. Get your Friday Family Fun Pack brought to you by Charter Media today. 0-1 the count now to Chavez. Runners at second and third, and Austin throws from the stretch, and the next pitch is going in the right field. That one ships up off the lip of the grass, a base hit. It ships up to Melgarejo, who's coming up with the throw to the plate, and it's flying hard to get the trailing runner big. Then Melgarejo scores his ball on the play, and it's 8-4. That ball hit the lip of the grass and hit actually the edge of the outfield grass right at the end of the infield and kicked up into the air. Now Guerrero charging the play normally would have to just scoop it up, but that one, because he took a high hop, came into his glove and he was able to catch the ball on stride and throw through to the plate. And Candelaria scored easily on the play, but it gave Melgarejo a chance to fire home and perhaps get bids. So Chavez with a 2-run single. He leads away from first, and a turn and a throwback to the bag, and Chavez is back. Here's Chris Morris in the top of the lineup. The score, Quakes 8, High Desert 4. Next pitch, and Morris bunts that one foul up along the third base side. And the count is 0-1. One strike to count. Turning back to first, and Morris is back. On the out-of-town scoreboard in the California League, Lancaster defeated Lake Elsinore 13-5. At Lancaster today, turning the throw back to first, and Morris is back. Top of the 6th inning, Modesto leading San Jose 4-1. Top of the 7th inning, and Bakersfield and the 66ers are tied at 1. That ball game in San Bernardino tonight. Next pitch to Morris is down low, 1-1. Top half of the 5th inning from Stockton. Visalia and Stockton tied at 1. Here is 8-4 Quakes. Bottom half of the 7th inning. The 1-1 pitch, and that one's bunted foul off the third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the Major League Baseball out-of-town scoreboard, first off, in the American League, the Angels currently losing to Seattle in the bottom of the 5th inning, 6-2. Adam Kennedy has hit his 2nd home run of the year for the Angels. 6-2 Mariners leading. The Mariners were trailing that one, and then they scored 5 times in the 6th. 1-2 pitch, swing on and miss. Snap throw down to first and back to the bag safely. Here's Chavez. So Morris is out on strike. Number 2, second out of the inning. And here's Caleb Pratt. Quakes baseball tonight. Brought to you by Carl Buddig. With 9 distinct flavors, look for original Carl Buddig at your favorite grocer. Carl Buddig, a real slice of life. Turn in the throwback to first, and back to the bag with the head first slide is Crab. 8-4 is the score. Quakes in front of this one. Quakes trying to make it 5 out of 7 on the road to start the season. 2 outs, runner from first, and the pitch after showing bunt. Crab goes around. He is ruled to have followed through on his bunt by the base umpire, Steve Fritzoni. So it is a strike to Crab, 0-1. Angels losing 6-2 in the 5th. In Texas tonight, the Rangers beat the A's 7-2 behind Kenny Rogers. Rich Harden took the loss, and Michael Young with his second home run for the Rangers. Next pitch up high to Crab, 1-1. Toronto pounded Detroit 11-1 behind Roy Halladay. The White Sox scoring one time in the bottom of the 10th inning and defeat Kansas City for the second day in a row in their last at bat. They win it 6-5. Crab punts it to third, picked up by Porter, and he will throw to first in time to get Crab, who was trying to bunt for a hit there, and he has thrown out 5-3 to end the 7th. 2 runs in the inning for the Mavericks on 2 hits, 1 error, and a man left on base. We head to the 8th. It's 8-4 Quakes.
It's a whole new ballgame. Great baseball. The family fun and so much more. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The excitement you've been looking for. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes.
Charter Media presents the Friday Family Fun Pack. 4 clubs, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 2 Boomers Minster golf passes, 4 one-hour game works passes, an accurate automotive oil change, and 2 Cold Stone Creamery ice cream, all for just $38. Available for select Friday games. Make your plans to be with us.
Family fun and so much more. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The excitement you've been looking for. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. It's a whole new ballgame.
We at KWRM 1370 know that you have a choice when it comes to sports radio, and we also know that you're in the right place. By airing the local games that matter most to you, KWRM is your Orange County and Inland Empire sports leader. Whether it's professional baseball, college basketball, or high school football, no one delivers the best and exciting local play-by-play like KWRM. Check out our new website at KWRM1370am.com. That's KWRM1370am.com, and thanks for being a part of our all-star lineup.
New high desert pitcher here in the top of the 8th inning is left-hander Craig Breslow. Craig Breslow pitched a few nights ago in this series against the Quakes. Jason Anaforian with you tonight here in high desert. Quakes in front 8-4 as we head to the top half of the 8th inning. Craig Breslow did not pitch last night in the ball game. He pitched on the first game of the series. And their win. So here we go. Actually, I stand corrected. He pitched in the second game of the series. He pitched the 9th inning. Here's Erick Aybar, and Aybar takes a strike, and the count is 1-0. 8 runs, 16 hits, 1 error for the Quakes. 4 runs, 6 hits and 2 errors for the Mavericks. And the pitch to Aybar smashed to the drawn-in third baseman Ure. He knocks it down with his chest, stays with it, and throws Aybar out at first. 1 away. Quakes are 4-2 on the young season, trying to open up the year, winning 5 of 7 before they head home. A tough 3-game series awaits them with the Lancaster Jethawks this weekend. Lancaster won today to improve to 5-3 on the year. They will play the Quakes tomorrow night. Michael Napoli at the plate, and the pitch is swung on and is 0-1 the count. 8-4 the score, and the pitch, and Napoli swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Napoli tonight, 2 for 3 on a sacrifice fly. Tonight is the designated hitter. He caught last night's ball game. Next pitch, down low, 1-2. Craig Breslow on the year. Pitched 2 1/3 innings, giving up 6 hits and 5 earned runs so far. Giving up 6 runs, 5 earned, 7 hits. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Napoli. 1 man out. Here's the pitch. That one is a bouncer to second. Crab goes back to backhanded on a high hop, throws to first, got him. Two outs here in the 8th. Quakes Baseball tonight is brought to you by Vineyard Bank, your hometown bank. A proud sponsor of the hometown team, the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Vineyard Bank will be there when the next Quake hits a home run, and many more to follow. Breaking ball to Greg Porter from Breslow is down low, 1 ball, no strikes. Porter, 3 for 4 on the night, smashes the 1-0 foul wide of first and down the line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Taking a look at the rest of the Major League out-of-town scoreboard tonight, we told you that Toronto beat Detroit 11-0. The White Sox over the Royals 6-5 in 10 innings. Baltimore and Boston, they finally got one in today. Swinging and miss to Porter, and it's 1-2. Boston scoring 5 times in the top of the 11th inning to beat the Orioles. Actually, reverse that. The Orioles scoring 5 times in the top of the 11th to beat the Red Sox. Next pitch is swung on, pulled on the ground to grab at second. They'll throw the first in time to retire Porter, and the inning is over. Quakes go in order here in the 8th. They're through 7.5. It's 8-4, Quakes.
Please leave a message.
Hi, Dad. It's me. Sorry you weren't home. I just wanted to let you know, Mom and I are having a great time here in Laughlin, Nevada. We miss you a ton and can't wait to get home. But unfortunately, our tire busted. Yeah, our spare busted too. Simultaneously. What are the chances of that? And also, it snowed here. Yeah, it snowed like 5 feet and all the roads are closed. I know you've heard it's the desert here, but it's one of those snowy deserts. Not all beautiful and sunny like you've heard. So it looks like we'll have to stay for at least a couple more days. Don't worry, though. We'll keep playing the slots and water skiing and hiking and having dinner by the gorgeous river and going out dancing and stuff, if we have to. Okay, Dad. Bye-bye.
Young or old, there's a lot to do these days in Laughlin. So if you come, plan on staying a while. For more info, call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN or go to visitlaughlin.com.
One of the most desired qualities on any baseball team is speed. The same is true in the business world. The next time you're faced with a near impossible printing deadline, call Jimmy the Printer. We're your one-stop center for fast and professional mailing services, copies, printing, faxing, laminating, and binding. When every second counts, count on Jimmy. Stop by 257 North Mountain Avenue or log on to jimmytheprinter.com. Fans, mention you heard us during Quakes Baseball and receive a 10% discount.
Bottom of the 8th inning, 8-4 is the score.
For your Mavericks, now batting number 20, third baseman Jeff Ure.
And Jeff Ure is coming up. Jeff Ure is 1 for 3 on the night. David Austin back out to pitch his second inning of relief here in the bottom of the 8th. Quakes in front, 8-4. And there is a left-hander warming up in the bullpen for the Quakes. First pitch to Jeff Ure is up high, 1-0. That is the new reliever for the Quakes, Nick Touchstone. Warming up. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball from Austin. Down low. 2 balls, no strikes to Ure. Ure at the plate. Pitch. He swings and skies it. Left center field for David Gates, who moves over into shallow left center now, and he makes the catch. 1 man out here in the 8th. On the out-of-town scoreboard today, the Orioles beat the Red Sox 12-7 with 5 runs in the top of the 11th. That game at Fenway. Minnesota stepped out Cleveland behind Brad Ratke 3-0. Here's the first pitch to Travis Hinton, and he bunts that one fair right out in front of the plate. Picked up by Buddy. He throws down the first, and Hinton is out. Hinton tried to reach base on a bunt, and that ball may be moved out in front of the plate all 3 feet.
Number 12.
Shooting out, Dan Boyd. In the National League, the Dodgers leading the Padres 5-3. That ball game in progress right now in the last of the 5th inning. Phil Nevin has homered for the Padres, so has Mark Loretta. 2 outs, the base is empty. Here's the pitch. And it's down low, 1-0. Milwaukee beat Houston 6-2. Ben Sheets picks up his second win of the year. Craig Biggio, his first home run of the season for the Astros. Ken Rennie took the loss. 1-0 pitch, a swing and a miss, and the count is 1-1. Philadelphia beat Cincinnati 6-4. Real Cormier with his second win, now 2-2 on the year. 1-1 pitch down low, 2-1. The loss going to Wagner of the Reds. He's now 0-1. Billy Wagner picks up his second save. Mike Lieberthal and Derek Bell homering for the Phillies. 2-1 to count to Boyd. 2 outs in the pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen, 2-2. The Cubs beat the Pirates 10-5. The Pirates with 2 runs in the 8th and 9th. Cubs with 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning, though, and led at one point in that game 10-1. Zambrano the win for Dusty Baker's club. Josh Fogg the loss. Lots of home runs at Wrigley Field today. Next pitch is the ball. 3-2 to Boyd. Moises Alou had his third. Michael Barrett hit 2. Aramis Ramirez hit 1 for the Cubs. Chad Wilson and Jeff Wilson homering for the Pirates. And Humberto Cota with his first of the year. 3-2 pitch is a tap or a foul back to the on-deck circle. And the count is still a full count, 3-2. Florida shuts out Montreal again, 3-0. Carl Pavano the winner. Zach Day the loss for Montreal. Armando Benitez with the 6th save for the Marlins. He stopped Troy homering for Florida. 3-2 pitch, foul back to the screen. Still 3-2. Arizona in a while won at Colorado. It's as if you would expect anything less. Defeats the Rockies 11-10. Shea Hillenbrand and Richie Sexton homering for the Diamondbacks. Mike Koplow the win. Ellerton the loss for the Rockies. Next pitch is fouled off to the right. Still 3-2 to Dan Boyd. Matt Manti his second save for the Diamondbacks. And the Mets beat Atlanta tonight at home 4-0 behind Al Leiter. Shutout victory for Leiter. He's now 1-0 on the season. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Boyd bounces that one foul past third base and down the line. Full count. 8-4 Quakes here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jason Anapolian with you tonight. Mike Maynor, our engineer in the studios. Tomorrow night's ballgame will be brought to you tape delay and aired in its entirety following Cal State Fullerton baseball. Saturday night as well, taped, and then Sunday we're live with you at 2 o'clock in the Epicenter, all against Lancaster. Ground ball in the hole is short, backhanded by Aybar, and a long throw to first, and they get Boyd in time, and the inning is over. Great range, and boy, this Aybar can really play short. 3 up, 3 down for the Mavericks here in the 8th. We head to the 9th. Rancho leading 8-4.
It's the whole new ballgame. Play baseball. The family fun and so much more. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The excitement you've been looking for. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes.
For fans who want the benefits of season tickets but can't make it to all the home games, then the Quakes mini plans are perfect for you. Mini plans start as low as $60 per seat. Plus, these plans feature the most exciting games of the 2004 season. To order your Quakes mini plan today, call the Quakes ticket office at 909-481-5252.
The home ball game. Quakes baseball. The family fun and so much more. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The excitement you've been looking for. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. It's the home ball game.
Is your business ready to forge ahead? Well, a good way to get ahead is by advertising. And a good way to advertise is with a sign or banner from the Sign Shop. From design to installation, the Sign Shop provides magnetic signs, vinyl lettering and graphics, metal signs, screen printing, custom banners, wood signs, and more. Give them a call at 945-5888 or log on to signtopofrc.com. That's the Sign Shop, located at the corner of 6th and Archibald. The Sign Shop. A business without a sign is a sign of no business.
Top of the ninth inning, and Ryan Buddy to lead it off for Rancho Cucamonga. The Quakes in front of this one, 8-4. Jason Anafoyan with you tonight. Ryan Buddy followed by David Gates and Zach Cates here in the ninth. First pitch to Buddy is popped up. Shallow right field. Breslow still in the game as the pitcher, moving over near the line of Candelaria, and he makes the catch. A nice play by Candelaria as he catches that one in fair territory for the first out. Well, you got the side armor going on down in the bullpen for the Quakes. Matt Wilhite. And on that play, you have the umpire going out, the second baseman, and the first baseman going out. Candelaria coming in, people all over the place down there, including two guards, so to speak, to protect the Quakes bullpen from a foul ball. One out here is David Gates. First pitch is pulled foul, one ball, and no balls, one strike. Joe Saunders started the game for the Quakes, and he pitched well tonight. He allowed just in 6 innings pitched, he allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. He walked the batter and struck out 4 tonight. And the next pitch to Gates is rolled foul up along the third base line. Eight to 4 the score for the Quakes. Top of the ninth inning. One man out. David Gates on the evening is 1 for 3 with a walk. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Gates. Breslow kicks. Here's the pitch, and that one is up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gates stands back in the box. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that one is sky foul down the right field line, back on top of the berm, back amongst the spectators. 1-2 to count to Gates. 8-4 Rancho here in the ninth. On deck is Zach Cates. Here's the wind and the pitch, and that one's a bouncer. Up the middle, the shortstop Chavez plays it on a low hop. Now he throws over to first, and it's in time to retire Gates for the second out. Quakes baseball tonight on the radio is brought to you by Galliano Winery. In business since 1927. To reach Galliano Winery, call 909-685-5376. Or stop by Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday from 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Cates at the plate swings and chops the first pitch foul to the on-deck circle, and the count is 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Cates rolls that one foul at the plate, and the count is 0-2. Quakes will head home tomorrow, and they'll have a 7-game homestand awaiting them. A 7-game homestand awaiting the Quakes. 3 with Lancaster, and then 4 with High Desert. 0-2 pitch, strike 3 call to Case, and the side is retired. Quakes go in order here in the ninth. Bottom of the ninth coming up, 8-4 Rancho.
Family fun and so much more. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, the excitement you've been looking for. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes.
Celebrate a birthday in style with Trimmer and the rest of the Quakes family here at the Epicenter. Packages include 12 cafe or club tickets, a special gift for the birthday person, a souvenir for each guest, a personalized cake, and more. Birthday packages for 12 people cost just $200.
The whole new ballgame, Quakes baseball. The family fun and so much more. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, the excitement you've been looking for. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, it's a whole new ballgame.
This is Rob Bruschka, voice of the Titans. Tune in each week as we pay tribute to Baseball America's 2003 Coach of the Year, George Horton on AM 1370 KWRM. Wednesday nights from 7 to 8, it's the George Horton Show, live on location from Stadium Tavern in downtown Fullerton at Harbor and Wilshire. It's your chance to get up close and personal with Coach Horton and Titan players, and you can even win tickets and prizes as you enjoy the great food and drink specials.
Titan baseball coach George Horton. Come join Rob and I at the Stadium Tavern each week for the show and be part of our team.
That's the George Horton Show, Wednesdays from 7 to 8 on KWRM.
Now Will Height comes in to pitch the bottom of the ninth inning for the Quakes with Rancho in front of this one, 8-4. Jason Anaforian with you tonight. Stay tuned for the Yellow Book USA postgame show. I'll recap this one for you. And Candelaria takes the first pitch to lead off the ninth against the side armor, low and in, 1-0. Mike Maynard will have an extended postgame for you in the studio tonight. We'll play you some of the highlights of tonight's ball game, and he'll also have the out-of-town scoreboard for you as well, as Candelaria swings and misses, and the count is 1-1. 8 runs, 16 hits, 1 error for the Quakes, 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the High Desert Mavericks. Candelaria tonight is scoreboard has him at 1 for 3, and I have him at 0 for 3, and the next pitch is a strike, 1-2. Candelaria reached on the only error of the night, so he must be 0 for 3. 1-2 pitch is down low, 2-2. Candelaria bounced back to the pitcher in the second inning, struck out looking in the fourth, and reached on an error in the seventh. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch to the plate, swing and a miss, and he is out on strikes. 1 out.
Number 3, center fielder, Kennard Biggs.
That'll bring up Kennard Biggs. Tonight, the High Desert Mavericks, they have not had a lot of runners on base. They have stranded just 4 runners on base tonight. First pitch to Biggs is a strike, and it's 0-1. Quakes, they have stranded 9. Oh, and 1 to count. Time is called. Bibbs on the evening, doubled and scored in the 7th inning. He is 1 for 3. He breaks his bat on a little ground ball to first. Case up with it. He'll take it himself to the bag for the second out here in the ninth. And Will Height has the Mavericks now 1 out away from from a loss, and the Quakes 1 out away from heading home 5-2 after this road trip. Starts the home season tomorrow night. Joe Saunders would stand to be the winner in this ball game. And that ball is driven high in the air by Villanueva into the corner with a dive. Is Quakes, and he makes a spectacular diving catch to end the ball game. And the Quakes have taken 3 out of 4. Quakes left our vision for a moment, and he slid on the warning track making a diving catch. The ball game is over, and the Quakes are now 5-2 to open the year. A successful road trip to start the season, winning 5 of 7 games tonight, winning the 3rd game of the series. They took 2 out of 3 in Bakersfield and 3 out of 4 in High Desert, and get the 2004 campaign off on the right note. Here are the totals for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes to win it. 8 runs, 16 hits, 1 error, and the ball club stranded 9 runners on base. The High Desert Mavericks 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and the Mavericks stranded 4 runners on base.
28 minutes.
2 hours and 28 minutes is the time of tonight's ball game. And the winning pitcher tonight for the Quakes is Joe Saunders. He's now 2-0 to start the year. A terrific win there for Joe. And he pitched 6 solid innings. Gave up just 2 runs on the night, walked 1, struck out 4. The losing pitcher is tonight's starting pitcher, and that is Bo Hall. He's now 0-1 for the Mavericks. Final score again, the Quakes 8, the Mavericks 4. Now for my engineer, Mike Maynard, this is Jason Anapoyan inviting you to stay tuned next for the Yellow Book USA postgame show. Again, the final score, the Quakes 8, the Mavericks 4. The postgame show is next.
Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball has been brought to you by Vineyard Bank, Pepsi, Laughlin Convention and Visitors Bureau, Allstate Insurance, McDonald's, Galliano Winery, California Department of Conservation, Red Roof Inn, Fast Frame, Southern California Housing, and by Yellow Book USA. KWRM 1370 is the radio home to the California League affiliate of the Anaheim Angels. This is Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball. The Yellow Book USA postgame show is next.
Please leave a message.
Hi, Dad. It's me. Sorry you weren't home. I just wanted to let you know Mom and I are having a great time here in Laughlin, Nevada. We miss you a ton and can't wait to get home. But unfortunately, our tire busted. Yeah, our spare busted too, simultaneously. What are the chances of that? And also, it snowed here. Yeah, it snowed like 5 feet, and all the roads are closed. I know you've heard it's the desert here, but it's one of those snowy deserts, not all beautiful and sunny like you've heard, so it looks like we'll have to stay for at least a couple more days. Don't worry, though. We'll keep playing the slots and water skiing and hiking and having dinner by the gorgeous river and going out dancing and stuff, if we have to. Okay, Dad. Bye-bye.
Young or old, there's a lot to do these days in Laughlin. So if you come, plan on staying a while. For more info, call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN or go to visitlaughlin.com.
Okay, my post came open. Welcome to the Yellow Book USA postgame show. Look your information up in the Yellow Book, not the other book. This is Quakes baseball.
Well, here tonight in High Desert, the Quakes take 3 out of 4 to start this series and 5 out of 7 to start the season. A terrific road trip for the Quakes, 5-2, and they will head home in first place by at least a half game. That is, in fact, at least a half game over Lancaster, and they will also finish tied with San Bernardino for first place tomorrow night. The Inland Empire Ball Club and the Quakes will head into first place tomorrow tied. And this is a very exciting time for Quakes baseball because this ball club playing this way on the road, taking advantage of maybe not the best pitching, but still, you can't say enough about this ball club. They played well defensively, and a team that was really supposed to field, and maybe they still will be a more fundamental team in terms of not relying on the big hit, but they certainly had the big hit working for them, and they powered their way tonight to an 8-4 victory. Let's run over a few of the offensive highlights for the Quakes. A 3-run first inning and a 4-run second. Erick Aybar, another triple, knocked in a run to get the offensive night started in the first. Greg Porter had a single. He'd come around to score later on in there. The Quakes posted 3 runs in the first. In the second inning, with a runner on base and 1 man out, Rancho Melgarejo was at the plate with a runner at third. And drawn in infield, it didn't matter. Melgarejo hit a bullet for a 2-run home run. The Quakes would add 2 more runs there in the fourth inning, and they have homered in each of the first 7 games, winning and taking a 7-0 lead. They gave up a couple of runs in the bottom of the fourth. Joe Saunders, the starter for the Quakes tonight, a very good performance, pitched just 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 1, struck out 4. He was relieved in the 6th inning, or in the 7th inning, by David Austin. Austin gave up a couple more runs, but he pitched 2 innings of relief, including retiring the last 5 hitters he faced, and then working a 1-2-3 9th inning was Matt Wilhite out of the bullpen, and the Quakes win it 8-4. The winning pitcher tonight for the Quakes was Joe Saunders, 2-0 on the year, go haul the loss. He's now 0-1. And the Quakes win it tonight 8-4 to improve to 5-2 on the year. That's going to do it from the stadium here for the Yellow Book USA postgame show. Please stay tuned next for an extended postgame wrap. Mike Maynard, our engineer in the studio, will have some highlights for you and the out-of-town scoreboard as well. This is Jason Anafoya now inviting you back tomorrow night where the Quakes will host the Lancaster Jethawks. We'll have that ball game aired for you in its entirety starting at 7, airing in its entirety following the Cal State Fullerton baseball game. That ball game will be on the air at 7 o'clock, so Quakes baseball coming your way shortly thereafter. 8-4 the final score tonight. The Quakes win it. They're now 5-2 on the year. Have a good night, everybody.
You've been listening to the Yellow Book USA postgame show. Look your information up in the Yellow Book, not the other book. KWRM 1370 is the radio home for the California League affiliate of the Anaheim Angels. This has been Rancho Cucamonga Quakes Baseball. You know the goal of baseball is to get home quickly. The last thing you want to see is some player lollygagging around third when there's going to be a close play at the plate. Well, Farmer John feels the same way about ham, bacon, sausage, and hot dogs. You know all Farmer John products are made fresh right here in the Southland. That way they get home as quickly as possible, and it's just a short flight into the plate. That's your plate at home, not home plate. Get fresh. Get Farmer John.
Faucets leaking, termites feasting, fish and tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Power and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look at the other book. On artists, posers, florists, grocers, water coolers, bakers, jewelers, everything from A to Z. Dusted landscape, sit-down mowers, tent salty, uppers, lowers, wholesale, retail, farm mail, wide well, take a look, you will see.
Got the other book.
To place your ad at people's fingertips, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
Blue balls, one strike to count for Mel Guerrero. Last night, Mel Guerrero 1 for 5, and he drives the 3-1 pitch high and deep to left. That one is way back. See you later. A 2-run home run for Rancho Mel Guerrero. The Quakes have now homered in each of their first 7 contests, and the 2-run home run here in the top half of the second makes it a 5-0 Rancho lead.
There you go. There was a call from Jason Anaforian on the Quakes game tonight. Quakes all over. Wow, I tell you what, 8-4 the score here. Our final score, RC Quakes over the High Desert Mavericks, 8-4. Quakes with their offensive muscles, man. 16 hits tonight, only 1 error. It's great job defensively for the Quakes to extend their winning ways to 5 wins and 2 losses over High Desert. High Desert, 4 runs on 6 hits. They gave up 2 errors in the game. I tell you what, man, Joe Saunders coming out. He's 2-0 on the season now. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 2 runs, both of them being earned. Only 1 walk and 4 strikeouts in those 6 innings. And Joe Saunders, I tell you what, he's off to a great start so far this year for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. As we take a walk around the rest of the league here, Lake Elsinore Storm and Lancaster Jethawks in an early 12:05 game earlier today. Jethawks all over the Storm, 13-5. I think the 6 errors that Lake Elsinore gave Lancaster might have had something to do with the final outcome of that game. San Jose Giants, 1 run on the Modesto A's, man. And Modesto A's 4-1 final that game. Those are the only 2 games final so far. In the top half of the 7th inning, the Bakersfield Blaze and Inland Umpire 66ers are all tied up at 1 run apiece. And, of course, Thalia Oaks and the Stockton Ports in the top half of the 7th inning. The Oaks over the Ports 7-5. I'll tell you what, man, these Quakes team, taking a look at them so far earlier in this season, I was out there on their media day talking around, and, you know, some of these guys are a very young team. Looking at them, most of the average age on this team actually is only 23 years old. And I tell you what, it's a great honor to see some of these guys out here in Rancho Cucamonga. Hope you guys can make out to some of these games. Of course, tomorrow we got our opening day there at Rancho Cucamonga. First pitch scheduled for 7:20. So make sure and get out there early for all the pregame festivities that are going to be going on there. Man, I hope you guys will be able to make it out. If not, tune us in right here on KWRN 1370 AM. And the Quakes, with their 2 losses on the season, they could very easily be 6 wins and 1 loss. They lost their season opener to Bakersfield 10-5. Of course, they did start to flex the offensive muscles there in the bottom half of the 9th, or top half of the 9th inning against Bakersfield to get those 5 runs. It was a shutout going in to the last 2 innings. So they did a good job of coming back. And, of course, they've been hot ever since. They lost the opening game to High Desert in a 3-4 loss. Of course, if you guys remember right, though, in the bottom of the 8th inning, they gave up 3 runs in the 8th inning. That was off of a home run. Of course, that is always a tough way to lose any game. And you hate to see that, of course, because the whole game they were leading 3-1. It was just a great game to be there. Hope you guys were able to go out there and support the team there. Well, I'll tell you what, I got an updated Major League Baseball scoreboard here. And a lot of day games today in the Major League. Cincinnati and Philadelphia. Philadelphia won that one 6-4. Toronto, Roy Halladay, he's showing why he was last year's American League Cy Young winner. All over Detroit, 11-0. So watch out, Detroit's on the slide now. They start off the season red hot, 5-0. Ever since then, it's been a little downhill. Texas and Oakland, Texas all over them, 7-2. Kenny Rogers with the win on that one. Chicago White Sox and Kansas City Royals. The White Sox over the Royals 6-5. That game is final in 10 innings. And Chicago White Sox, or the Chicago Cubs, 10-5 over Philadelphia. And down in Cuba down there today, Florida over Montreal 3-0. Arizona and Colorado in it's a Colorado pitcher's duel. Arizona 11 runs, Colorado 10 runs, so Arizona victorious there. And in 11 innings, this game is final. Boston 7, Baltimore 12. That game was rained out a couple days ago. So Boston comes out and makes up for the rainout. Minnesota 3, Cleveland nothing, and the 3-0 shutout. Atlanta gets shut out also against the Mets 4-0. Milwaukee Brewers over the Houston team 6-2. And Seattle and Anaheim. Seattle, wow, look at this, folks. They're actually winning a game in the bottom of the 9th inning. Seattle is up 6-2. And in the only other game that is still going on currently, Los Angeles Dodgers over the San Diego Padres 7-3. That game in the bottom of the 8th inning. Well, folks, today, before I leave, I just wanted to mention something. Today is in 1997, in 1997, Jackie Robinson had his number retired in baseball. So that's been, 56 years ago or something now that Jackie Robinson made his Major League debut for the Brooklyn Dodgers. And I just want to congratulate him, even though he's not with us anymore. But, hey, Jackie, man, without you, we wouldn't have some all-star players like, little guy Barry Bonds right now. Bonds is on a tear. Of course, now that he's got 661 home runs, watch out because now the pressure's off of him. So, hey, pitchers pitch him. Let's see how far he can hit these balls. Anyways, folks, I want to invite you guys out tomorrow. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, their opening day, first pitch for 7:20. I'll be out there live on KWRM 1370, getting the call for all the play-by-play action. This is Mike Manners signing off right here on KWRM 1370.